Less than 3. Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome to game night this Saturday evening, Saturday the 3rd of May. I hope everyone is doing well. A warm welcome to, a very warm welcome indeed, because it's a balmy 26 degrees in my office at the moment, according to the heater on the wall. The heater isn't on, for those of you worried if I'd suddenly run mad. Lovely to have you all here. Congratulations to Zeus, Slayer of Samster in the final of Battlefront there, and very many thanks to Stimson's Angle for providing us with that pack, and to Topper for proofing it as well. How's everyone doing? Hope you're having a good weekend. Hope if you're UK based, you're enjoying the bank holiday such as it is so far, if indeed you get one. So things are working so far with the new operator software. Keep an eye on the animations in the graphics, see if anything looks like it's stuttering, because everything is running out of built software tonight. Also, it appears that I've duplicated messages on the time up thing, so double messages on time up for penny reward. I guess I need to make a note of that. So just a couple of little things that I'm fixing along the way. Power user alerts work, so if you're a power user, who at the moment are Toot, Colo, Bash, Lewis, Ape, Innis and Topper, if you promise not to abuse it, because I can remove it, if you proceed a message with 2 asterisks in the chat, then it means if I'm not on the power user page, it means I get a little alert that you're that you are need my attention. Yeah, that's fun. Abusing the feature for actually at the moment that means that's good test, because I'm on the page at the moment, Topper, but abusing the feature for testing purposes only. I did temporarily gave permission to JB, and if you try it again, Topper, I've gone onto a different page now, so it should make a noise but not a noise that I can't ignore. I was about to write something else. Oh yeah, highlight which page we're on in the menu. Something I think I probably thought I wanted, but now I do. You still want to send me another power user message, Topper, and we'll see if it works. Anyway, welcome all of you all to the game. That's the thing, it's a piece of software I can do as much testing as I like outside of stream. There we go. It flashes and it means Topper. Power message to see if it works. It does indeed. And Cola has nothing important to say. Well, so thank you for testing it. And of course it didn't beep because I was already on the page, Cola, when you sent it. So thank you both of you for that. Let me say hello to all of you all. Good evening, Shapes and SJ, Stilgar, Fets, JR, Toot. Hello, Mark and Oni, Orun and CJ. Naughty Goth, welcome. I think the first time chatter here in the stream, but has provided some questions for Spotlight, which is coming up a bit later on. Maybe we'll see them on their first stream here, seeing them as an author. That would be exciting, but welcome to you. Lovely to have you here. Pyro Pygmy, welcome on in. JB Henry, Pretzel as well. Thank you for providing the music for us this evening. Zeus, AB Me, Clive, Apodo, TVP. Good evening, Stimson and BC, Matt and LKG DDR, another first-time chatter. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well, and hope you're looking forward to some good quiz tonight. Hello, Topo, Flyboy, G. Eisens, Conradalac, Fluffy Bunny, Solomon Dudley, another first-time chatter there. Welcome to you. I hope you're keeping well. Cola, Connors, Bash, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat, you are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining this Saturday evening. It is a very warm evening. Getting flashbacks to the Swan with that sound. It's very much, yeah, it is the noise from Lost, and it's the same sound effect that I used when I made the Swan Contain module. God, that was a long time ago. 2018 that would have been. I don't know how many years ago that is, I guess 7, just over 7 years ago. Blimey. Been doing programming that long, and then some. Anyway, hope everyone is well. We are starting with the Abyss tonight. For those of you who want to play but maybe aren't reading the graphics at the moment, that's where you can get the app, where you can scan the QR code. This is a typey game, so I'd suggest a computer is better than a mobile device on this one. But yes, everything seems to be running flush so far. Fingers crossed. It stays this way. Very many thanks to Samster for this pack. I think it's quite I proofed this one myself. I think it's quite friendly, quite gentle. Sam seemed to agree as well. Yeah, hopefully it's a nice pack to get us into the stream. Clayton, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. So yeah, happy days. If you If you're just watching along because you've not played it before or you're a bit apprehensive about jumping straight in, you can join at any time on this game. The room code and the web link will be available on the screen at the top of the graphics at all time. So you can always join midway through if you want to sort of get a feel for how the game goes and then maybe come and join in a bit later on. You'd be most welcome to do that. I'm going to give you another minute or so to come and join. I'm going to start on some Prosecco. Oh, that's fruitier than I'm expecting. I don't think I've had 3 cans of lager today already. Which, if it comes up, I wrote a spotlight pack. Normally, because I did a mass ingest of new spotlight packs today, because I've got about 14 new packs have come in, which is really, really encouraging. But whenever I do a bigger, because normally with spotlight packs, I either have to proof them immediately and ingest them into the game, or I will just leave them until we're next playing spotlight. So I proofed about 14 packs of them this afternoon, and whenever I do a mass proofing, I tend to add 1 pack of my own at the same time. And because I was drinking lager at the time, well, we'll see what comes up. But because I've been having a few lagers, this is tasting very, very sweet. I don't know if it's, there's maybe just a different type that we haven't had before. It's sort of strawberry essence about it, which is very nice. Anyway, we've got The Abyss. First of all, before we get into Spotlight goodness later on, this has been written by Sam, proofed by me, and I think we've got enough of you in the game now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27 of you in, but anytime entry available if anyone wants to come and join later on. I think we should get on with the quiz. It's 8:25 this Saturday evening. I hope you're keeping cool and you've got plenty of hydrating fluids around you, because I don't want anyone overloaded from heat exhaustion or not hydrated properly. Sam's 1 flow up from me. If we get one wrong, I'm going to see if he can hear me swear from down here. Do report back to us, Shapes. Do report back to us. Right, let's lock the lobby and begin this game. Here's how to play. You're going to face 40 questions across 5 different categories. Make sure you use the crossword clues to help you out, because spelling matters in this game. Spell it wrong or not in line with the crossword clues, it will not mark it. Your spelling must be 100% exactly what we've got on the card or one of the variants. After 5 questions, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena. Inside the arena, wrong answers or abstentions will cost you a life. 5 consecutive correct answers will earn you an extra life up to a maximum of 3. If you exhaust your life, you fall into the abyss and are out of the game. A player from the wings will replace you. Keep answering though, because you can get a second go around. The algorithm to draw people into the middle is based on how well you've performed in the last 5 questions. For every question you've got right out of the last 5, think of it like a lottery ticket, and then it just picks one at random. So you can't immediately come back into the middle, but if you keep answering questions in the wings, the more you get right, the more chance you have of getting into the middle. And the middle is where you want to be, because the 9 players inside the arena at the conclusion of question 40 will go on to the final. Very best of luck to you all. And I can tell you the categories we've got tonight, because it prints them to my screen, and I'm going to go through them with you before we load them, are the follows. They may not be in this order, but these are the categories. So there's one in particular I want you to pay attention to, which is the one I'll read last. First category: also an Inside Number 9 episode title. These questions happen to have an answer that is also the title of an episode of the BBC show Inside Number 9. Okay, so an extra in for you there if you're familiar with that show. But you should be able to answer the questions without them, just with the question themselves and the crossword clue. Celebrity tweets is another one. Celebrity tweets or X's. Name the celebrity who sent the tweet. It's very straightforward there. The celebrity, not their Twitter handle, but the name of the actual celebrity. Darts walk-on songs is category number 3. I'm going to give you the name of a darts player and their walk-on song. All you need to do is name the act who originally had the hit. Okay, name the artist of the darts walk-on player song. Film origins is category number 4. Sam's going to give you the title of a film and the original foreign title. Nowhere did I say darts was a sports, Zeus, I don't think. I'm going to give you the name of a title of a film and the original foreign title. You just need to name the country of origin. And this is the final one, the categories on the floor. Categories on the floor is your 5th set of questions. You will see 4 items from a category from the game show The Floor. Just tell me what category title connects the objects. Doesn't this sound like it would make a good BBC quiz show? Yes, it does. They should call it Connect 4 or something like that. A note from me on this as well: pay special attention to the crossword clues here. We are being somewhat strict in keeping the clues related to the actual category that it was in on the floor. There may be a number of different words that could fulfill the criteria. It must be what I've got on the card, so make sure you use the crossword clues to help you. If you've not seen it, you should still be able to figure out where it's going. As ever, the first question from each, you'll see one from each category before we get a repeat. The order shuffles for each set, but the easiest question will be the first one you see in each category for these first 5. Hopefully that all makes sense. Good luck to everybody. Let's play. We're starting with celebrity tweets. Name the celebrity who sent the tweet. Ed Balls. It's 2 and 5, or just 5? It shouldn't really get much easier than this. The answer is Ed Balls, and I happen to be proving this on Ed Balls Day. Yes, Ed Balls once tweeted Ed Balls. Here's categories on the floor. Feta, brie, fondue, raclette. 6 letters. 6 letters. I'm afraid, Toppy, you have appended an S on the end of it, so it is not going to count. You must use the crossword clues to help you there. It's cheese. Cheese is what we wanted there. Feta, brie, fondue, and raclette are all cheeses. Film Origins is up next. Parasite, Gisiangchung, 2019, 5 or 5. Name the country of origin. The country of origin. 5 or 5. We were looking for South Korea there. We would also have accepted Korea as an answer. Also an Inside Number 9 episode title. British crime drama TV series from 1983 to 2010 set in Sun Hill Police Station 3-4. It is also an episode title of the show Inside Number 9. That is The Bill. The Bill is what we wanted there. So, time to bring 9 players into the... no, it's not. We've got one more question. Darts walk-on songs, forgive me. Nathan Aspinall, Mr. Brightside, 3, 7 or 7. Remember, you're naming the artist who first had a hit with that song. The walk-on song for Nathan Aspinall is Mr. Brightside by The Killers. The Killers is what we wanted. Also accepted Killers. Now we're going to bring 5 people into the centre. We welcome Shapes on a score of 5. Stilgar joins the centre on a score of 2. Zeus joins the centre on a score of 5. I'm just going to make a note here. In Abyss, Debug scores as well as who joins. Sorry, I just need to make a note of that before I forget. Fetch joins us with 3. Nando joins us with 5. Connors joins us with 5. 3 more spaces. CJ joins us with a score of 2. Toots joins us with a score of 5 in the magenta column. And Matt joins us with a score of 5. If you're not in the centre just yet, keep playing. Your chance could come if someone else drops. We're going on to another Film Origins question. I need the country of origin of Amélie, Le Fabuleux Destin d'Amélie Poulain, 2001, with 6 letters. That comes from France. En France. I don't know if you got that. Most of us getting it. Celebrity Tweets is next. Good night, Hulkamaniacs and jabroni marks without a life that don't know it'll work when you work a work and work yourself into a shoot marks. 4, 5 or 5. I don't think that is quite a functional use of language. Either that or he was having a stroke at the time. The correct answer is Hulk Hogan. Well done if you got that one right. A couple of people dropping in the Abyss Arena. Categories on the floor is next. Rupee, Drachma, Real, Juan. Or Yuan, possibly. 8 letters. Do pay special attention to that. It must be exactly 8 letters long. So no plurals in this case. Some of them might be plural, though. Currency is what we wanted there. Those are all examples of currency. Also an Inside Number 9 episode title, Children's Game, where you repeat the action of the leader if the eponymous phrase is spoken first. Actually, titular is probably a better use in that case. 5 and 4. I don't know if you got that. We were looking for Simon Says. Simon Says. Simon Says, answer this question correctly. It's on Darts Walk-On Songs. Joe Cullen, don't look back in anger. 5 letters, I need the artist, please. The answer was Oasis. Oasis, them of Gallagher's fame. Celebrity tweets or X's? Yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com. 5 and 8 or just 8? Who's the person who tweeted that? That was Greta Thunberg tweeting at, I believe, at Andrew Tate. 29 questions to go. Inside number 9 episode titles. In court, this question from the judge is likely to be answered by the defendant with guilty or not guilty. 3235. With or without the question mark, how do you plead is what we wanted there. Well done if you got that. And Shapes and Nando earning an extra life. Also, extra lives. How many in total? Categories on the floor. Clown, sword swallower, monkey, acrobats. 6 letters. What connects those 4 clues? It's also a category in on the floor. Most of us getting this one right. Circus is what we wanted. Very well done if you did get that. Dance Walk-On Songs is next. Dimitri Vandenberg, Happy, 8 or 8. I want the artist. What's your spelling? Particularly if you're going for the first of the options, the 8 version. Pharrell Williams. We had surname down. That might have been an oversight. We probably should have accepted Pharrell. Apologies if that's caught you out there. Stilgar Connors and Silver Electron, you've dropped into the abyss. And you're out. No, sorry, Stilgar and Connors have dropped into the abyss and are out of the game. Silver Electron and a run replacing them in the centre. On to the next. Film Origins. Life is Beautiful. La Vita è Bella. 1997. 5 letters. Country of origin, please. Yeah, the house rule is surname only. I completely missed that Pharrell is colloquially referred to by his first name, but yeah, and they happen to have the same number of letters, which was unfortunate. Italia is the answer. All of us getting that one right. Very well played. Italy is the right answer. Arden, Fetz and CJ getting themselves an extra life, and Fetz back up to the top flight. CJ's back into the middle. Also an Inside Number 9 episode title. East African Archipelago, birthplace of Freddie Mercury, with 8 letters. Just cancel Sam. Don't cancel Sam. Sam's a nice guy. It was an innocent oversight. I missed it as well. That would be Zanzibar. Zanzibar. Matt and Zeus, you dropped into the abyss and you're out the game. Thank you for playing. Topper comes in with a score of 12. And Apodo joins us with a score of 13. Welcome, welcome. On we go. Darts Walk-On Songs is next. Daryl Gurney, Sweet Caroline, 4 and 7 or 7. Who's the artist who had a hit with Sweet Caroline? How are you, Matt? Yeah, you dropped into the abyss. Neil Diamond was the answer there. At least I think you did, unless my logging is wrong. Categories on the floor. 4 or 9 letters. Topaz, Lapis Lazuli, Onyx, Jet. Gems is the answer. We also accepted gemstones. CJ, I believe you dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Mark comes to join the centre. Film Origins is next. Drive My Car, Doraibu My Car. 2021, 5 letters. Country of origin, please. That would be Japan. Japan, the correct answer there. And Shapes and Nando, 5 right in a row. You're both back up to the top flight. Well played. Celebrity Tweets is next. I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. 6, 5 or 5. Never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. Who tweeted that? I believe in 2012. This was Donald Trump. Silver Electron, you dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Amy comes to join the center on a score of 12. Welcome on in. Film Origins is next. City of God, Cidade de Deus, 2002. 6 letters. Country of origin, please. Brazil was the answer. Arden Fetz, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thanks for playing. JR's come to replace you on a score of 16. Welcome on in. 19 questions to go, just over the halfway mark. Categories on the floor. Joshua Tree, Redwood, Zion, Crater Lake, 8-5. This is a plural answer. I will give you an extra clue. Good guess, Top, but not that one. It's National Parks. And Top, you've dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Thank you for playing. Cola coming to replace you on a score of 18. Welcome on in. Celebrity Tweets is next. That debate was the worst thing I've ever seen, and I was in the Star Wars Holiday Special. 4, 6, or 6. Who said that? Or who tweeted that? Mark Hamill was the answer. Apodo, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Sam, welcome to the stream. I know you've been here a while, but I've only just caught up with the chat log. AB Me coming to replace Apodo on the white column on the right. Welcome on in. Also, an Inside Number 9 episode title, Ed Sheeran UK #1 single with the line, Maybe We Found Love Right Where We Are, 834. Maybe we found love right where we are. Thinking out loud. JR and Nando, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Clayton comes to replace you with a score of 16, as does Matt's coming around for a second time. Matt the Sprout on a score of 18. Welcome on in. Dark to Walk on Songs is next. Who's the artist? Fallon Sherrick. Last Friday night, TGIF. 4 and 5, or just 5. Second appearance for this person tonight. That is Katy Perry. Clayton losing a life on that one. Categories on the floor with 8 letters. Vans, Hocker, Asics, K-Swiss. Well done if you got this one. The answer is sneakers. I did also accept trainers for that one, as that's the common expression over in the UK. A run. 5 right in a row. That's an extra life. You're back up to the middle level. Inside Number 9 episode titles. English translation of the Japanese word karaoke, 5 and 9. I'll have a check for you in just a second, Clayton. Empty Orchestra is the answer we wanted there. Empty Orchestra. Film Origins is next. Song of the Little Red... Song of the Little Road. Pather Panchali, 1955, with 5 letters. Pather Panchali. India is the answer. ABME, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Oni comes to join us with a score of 24. Darts Walk on Songs again for you as we come towards the final 10. Raymond van Barneveld, Eye of the Tiger, 8 letters. Which artist had a hit with that? Survivor was the answer. Very well done if you got that. Most of us getting that one. It's 5 right in a row for Amy, Mark and Toot. All 3 of them back up to the top flight now. Very well played. Celebrity Tweets. If this doesn't show up, there are 3 red flags. When her beauty is beyond compare with flaming locks of auburn hair, red flag, red flag, red flag. Five and 6 or 6. That was Dolly Parton. Cola, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Nando comes for a second attempt with a score of 23 as we come to the final 10 questions. Categories on the floor: Roulette, Frank Sinatra, Siegfried and Roy, Penn and Teller, 3, 5 or 5. Las Vegas. We did also just accept Vegas on its own there. 9 questions to go. Film origins. Women on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Mujeres al borde de un ataque de nervios. 1988 with 5 letters. What is the country? Ben did not yet score count. Ben will in due course though, I'm sure. Spain was the answer. Matt and Clayton, you've dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. And Score, welcome to the stream as well. Unfets and Zeus coming to replace you. Also, an Inside Number 9 episode title is next. Repeated phrase that appears before the line, life is but a dream, in the nursery rhyme, row, row, row your boat. 7 and 7. Merrily, merrily is what we wanted there. Dance Walk on Songs is next. James Wade, I'm Still Standing. 5-4 or 4 or 5. Elton John. We also accepted either of the names, so the surname is John, I suppose, colloquially known as Elton. Celebrity Tweets is next. I intend to retire as solo artist after album No 3, as I have just had a call from my brother begging me to start Oasis again in 2022. If you believe in life after love, come on, you know LGX. 4, 9 or 9. Again, second appearance for this band tonight. That's Liam Gallagher, him off Oasis fame. Final 5 questions. Arun Mark and Oni, that's an extra life for 5 right in a row, back up to the top flight. Celebrity Tweets. I'm at Knott's Berry Farms and my butt's too big to fit into seats on ride. Ah, that's me yelling. 9, 5 or 5 or 4. I happen to know this from an episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Well done if you get this one. Looks like it's just Tutu's got it. It's Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal. Amy, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game with 4 questions to go. Clive comes to join us on a score of 24. Also an Inside Number 9 episode title, Euphemistic Name for Gin, 7 and 4. Euphemistic name for gin, 7 and 4. That'd be the Mother's Ruin. Fetz and Nando, you've dropped into the abyss, you're out the game. Thank you for playing. Apodo coming back again with a score of 26. And Topper joins us with a score of 22. 3 questions to go. Categories on the floor. Un odalisque, The Raft of Medusa, Dance, and Ophelia. 9 letters. This one is pluralized. Only a couple of players getting this. Well done if you did. The answer is paintings. A run, you've dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Thank you for playing. Fetz coming in with a score of 25, guaranteed into the final with only 2 questions to go. Film origins is next. Knife in the Water, Nosvivodzia, 1962, 6 letters. Tell me the country of origin. The country of origin. Poland is the answer. Unfortunately, we couldn't accept Polish for that one, Topper. Polish is not a country. Final question. Dance Walk on Songs. Phil Taylor, The Power. 4 letters. Who is the artist with the song The Power? With or without the exclamation mark, the answer was Snap. And Topper, you've dropped into the abyss at the last second and you're out the game, to be replaced by Silver Electron on a score of 26. And that is the end of the main game. Okay. So, Right, a couple of things I need to note down. Lag when payload's coming in, obvs. Don't need to debug all the extra lives at the end. Podo's life didn't rise. Oh yeah! Well, that has never happened before. Apodo, you do have 3 lives. Arden Fetz is correct. It is just a graphics bug, rather than anything. Well, I can't do anything about it at this stage. I can't actually, because we're built now. That's the first time it's happened. It's happened in a build, so that is interesting. Fortunately, it is just a graphics bug, and Apodo, if you lose your first life, you should then be fine. Internally, you've got 3 lives, so a purgatory nuevo, yes indeed. Happy days. I don't need to bully me up there. Sorry, mate, sorry. Any graphical issues on your end? Did you notice any lag? I got a little bit of lag when some of the payloads were coming in. That was the other thing I wanted to add as well. Add a clear log mesh button. And Clayton, you were curious about a Katy Perry answer, weren't you? I can't actually see anywhere where there's anything in... you put P-E-R-Y. It's double R. Just to come back to that question you had before, you only put a single R, unfortunately, so it would have been marked as incorrect. Good thing I've got this log here. Nothing we can't attribute to Easy Hotel Wi-Fi. Yes, Mr. Nar. So yes, just to clarify that. If you're still mute, if you can't, yes, because of course you can't hear me. But yeah, that's sorted. Right. Something's that's flashing at me. Why is that? Oh, it's flashing at me because of raid messages. Apodo stuck. I apologise. I was not aware of your booty. A couple of raid message suggestions coming in. So the other thing I need to do, pennies, raid messages, etc. If you want to get a raid message in, then proceed your message with a hashtag. You give me up to 3 suggestions. Towards the end of the stream, I'll pick my favourite, and that will be our raid message. We've got Shapes on 36, Clive on 26, Apodo on 27, Silver Electron on 26, Zeus on 32, Fetz on 25, Mark on 35, Toot on 39, and Oni on 33. You are our 9 finalists. If you are not in the final, do keep answering questions, because pennies are still available, though there can only be one winner of the Abyss, and it could be one of these 9 players in the centre. Let's take a look at the instructions for the final. You're going to face up to 10 further questions across the same 5 categories, which will now be displayed in a random order. You won't necessarily get a block of 5 from each of the categories before they are repeated. Players in the Abyss have had their lives refreshed. Gameplay is identical to before, except extra lives are no longer awarded, and players who drop into the Abyss will not be replaced. Last player left standing is declared the winner, and in the event no winner has emerged after 10 questions, the winner is the player who is higher up their column. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score is declared the winner. The very best of luck to you all. So, let's take a look at the final 10 questions, or up to 10 questions. The Abyss is heavy balls. Huge Shack can't ride, Shack free. I'm going to have a look at those and mark some of those in just a moment. For now, let's play the final. Starting with celebrity tweets. Whitney has passed away. Rip, you will live on forever. Can't believe it. I want to run to you. Really can't believe this. At 5, 6, or 6. Who tweeted that? Really stumped there. That was Wayne Rooney. Would you believe? Tricky one to start with. Going on to Dance Walk On songs next. Michael Smith, Shut Up and Dance. 434. Great song. Do you know who sang it? She says you're holding back. Just keep your eyes off me. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. Walk the Moon was the answer to that. Well done if you got that. Also an Inside Number 9 episode title. Event that usually takes place on the 2nd Saturday of September, featuring Jerusalem among others. 45235 or 345235. specifically the last night of the proms. Clive Arden, that's the Silver Electron. You dropped into the abyss. You're out of the game. Thank you for playing. Film Origins is next. Taste of Cherry, Tame Gilas, 1997. 4 letters. Give me the country of origin. Mark, you're out by 1 letter. Iran is the answer. Shapes, you've dropped into the abyss and you are out of the game. Apodo has self-righted their column. That's 5 players all on 1 life. Categories on the floor. End game. Begin again. White Horse, the Black Dog. 655. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, 2 just got there. Taylor Swift songs is the answer. Mark, Apodo, Oni and Zeus have dropped into the abyss and are out of the game, and our winner is Toot. Zeus, you said Taylor Swift. We had 655. We needed Taylor Swift songs. Oh, such a shame. You could have had such joy.
What a shame.
What a shame indeed. Kursukan, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Well, you all did very well indeed, and thank you to Samster for a lovely start to the stream. Some great questions in there, and I hope you've been cancelled, Sam. Sossing final round, GG all. Yeah, there were some tricky ones in there, but I think generally a very well-pitched pack. So thank you to Samster for his efforts, and congratulations, Toot. Well, it's about 5 to 9, and everything seems to be running smoothly. I don't think there are any major graphical issues there. I've noted down a couple of things myself in suggestions, because there's stuff for the... oh, hang on. Here's a message from our sponsor, Sookie Cat.
We almost has our Takeshi era.
We nearly did have a Takeshi's Castle ending, but just managing to find Taylor Swift songs with 1.14 seconds to spare, according to the log here. Answer came in at 13.86 seconds, so very well done to Toot. Yeah, I'm making a lot of notes and suggestions because obviously you can't see the things that will require improving for the operator. Apart from the lag as answers are coming in, I was broadly happy with how everything went there. It seems to just work, which is lovely. Sweet Cat, Jogging, welcome both of you to the stream. Great to have you with us. I quite like Hugh's Shaq Can't Ride. Apodo stuck. I apologise, I was not aware of your booty. The Abyss has heavy balls. That's quite funny. Shaq Fury and that's me yelling. Okay, so I've highlighted 3 so far. And I'll pick my favourite a bit later on for our Ray message. Do keep them coming in if you see something amusing happen that you want to make a note of. Right, we're going to take a break. I'm going to play some adverts, so if you're not subbed, you'll see some adverts. When we come back, we will be playing Spotlight, scheduled Spotlight, with a distinct lack of spontaneity. I've ingested 14 new packs into the build. Including some really exciting ones, so I do hope you'll stick around to join us. Again, play through the Universal Controller, so make sure you refresh the device you've been playing on for this game here. And that's about it. Thanks again to Sam for the questions. Adverts coming up, or music if you're subscribed. We won't start the next game without you, though. So do take this opportunity to go stretch your legs, grab yourself another drink, get some more snacks, so make sure you're staying hydrated because it is very hot at the moment, particularly here in the UK. Very humid as well. Yeah. We're going for a break. That'll be fun. Thanks again to Sam, and congratulations to Toot. You have survived the Abyss. See you in a minute. Every single time that note lasts slightly longer than I'm expecting it to. Here's some funk for you subscribers and some adverts for you non-subscribers when we return. But whenever you're ready, Pretzel, whenever you're ready, we'll just, you know, twirl at me. Fine, we'll refresh it. Can we have some music? May we please? No, apparently we may not. Okay. So there might not be any music. There might just be an awkward silence for about 3 minutes while adverts play. Apologies for that. Pretzel has just decided to die. Oh, no. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Go on, Pretzel. I believe in you. Hey, there we go. Lovely stuff. Right, when we return, we will be playing Schedule Spotlight by a variety of community writers. I do hope you'll come and join me for that. In the meantime, go get yourself some drinks and stretch your legs, get some more snacks, and we'll see you very shortly. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Last track certainly seems to be stretching the definition of funk as far as I'm concerned. Very interesting. Anyway, how you doing? That was a good fun game there. Good fun game of Abyss, and very well done to Toot. Give me a mo. I just need to go to studio mode for a minute and then go to titles and credits just so that it will capture the game. I'm assuming that's probably enough time. So that's a large cam. Right, yeah, I don't got much to say tonight. Everything just seems to be running smoothly. But other than to say, I'm very much looking forward to playing Spotlight because there's some really great new questions have come in. And we've got 31 unused packs in the game at the moment, apparently. because I had 29, and then I had another 2 come in from Nordgoth, who's now got 3 packs somewhere in the database. They may or may not appear to be chosen this evening. Yeah, and if they do appear, they may or may not be chosen by our hot seat players, but that's just the way this game goes. Things to talk about. Just wants to introduce yourself. First of all, here's a message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games.
Bits to feed the AC that keeps the control center cool.
I wish. Thank you, Pretzel. That's enough for now. I wish air conditioning would be a fine thing right about now. But yeah, I considered buying an air conditioning unit the other day, but I thought, is it? Not quite sure if I can justify it, but it depends. I mean, it depends how long I'm here for, and it depends how long it's hot in this room for. Because I say this is my first summer streaming from this room, so we'll see. But I mean, I always seem to manage in the in my old room. And more importantly is if the PC hold together with all the heat. But thank you for the 100 bits, by the way, very much appreciated. Now, what is going on in the wider community? I know Ash has got some stuff on the go. Next week, he's got Word Scramble Game and Million Duke Drop and 1,000 Heartbeats on Wednesday. And that's May the 7th. And Duel, the 4th of the Duel games from Duel Season 5 is cracking off. All of that is going to be going on over at Ash the Basher channel, 80_Bash. Wednesdays and Fridays, 8 PM BST. So go give them a follow if you're not doing so already. There's some really good stuff. Portable one is absolutely worth it. Do it. What, aircon? I bought one for like £25 off Amazon a few years ago, thinking it was going to be a portable air conditioning unit. It turns out it was actually just a fan that you could put water in, and it occasionally made you wet. They were matron. So yeah, so I've become slightly more sceptical about air conditioning units since then. But yeah. On this channel, what's going on in the coming days or the coming week? They're fine. Yeah, they're fine, but it wasn't quite what I was expecting. Oh yeah, next Saturday there's no stream because I might end up being back, but if I will be, it'll be after a 6-hour drive coming back from Sheffield. So I've just taken the decision not to stream next Saturday, so you'll have to find something else to do with your Saturday night, I'm afraid. But next Thursday, we've got Red Herrings, Hacker, and Data Leak by... who's written Red Herrings? Quizzle has written Red Herrings, the first one in the brand new question template, which looks very shiny. Thank you to Coda for proving that. Hacker's been written by Sam, is going to be proofed by me at some point this week. And Data Leak has been written by Shapes and proofed by Topper. So that's everything you've got to look forward to this coming Thursday, the 8th of May. But no stream next Saturday. I'm off at a baby shower in the afternoon, and then... big old drive back. Yeah, I've done it a couple of times, Arden Fet, straight back. I did it after QNL 1. I've driven back from Salford a couple of times without stopping, which is comparable, if not slightly further. I mean, I've driven back from my parents a number of times, and they're about an hour from Sheffield. But it always seems much further if I do the drive directly from Sheffield or from Salford than if I stop in at my parents'. If I go from my parents', it feels like 3.5 hours, whereas if I go from Salford, it feels like 7 hours. It's a funny old thing. Keep a glue gun under your bed during the winter. Why? Jogging? To keep the heat in, or something. Anyway, Spotlight coming up. Various people have written a pack, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you make of it. So get those apps refreshed, and do you want some more pennies? We'll get another sound effect going on. Spotlight Pog. Let's try that. Spotlight Pog. Oh, 164 pennies. Aren't you generous, computer? Very generous. Type Spotlight Pog within the next 30 or so seconds if you want to claim yourself some pennies. And looks like there are some new people joining. Gnarly Quinn and Ben's J. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. But yeah, Spotlight Pog. 164 pennies up for grabs. Nice to have you, just in time for some Spotlight, which should be a huge amount of fun. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go to the operator page, and we'll get this game underway. Is that still counting down? Yeah, I've got 10 seconds to claim that. That's good. I'm just going to... What happens if I'm not on that screen when it runs out? 4, 3, 2, 1... Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It just doesn't do anything weird. Good. Happy days. Right. Time for some Spotlight. Welcome to Spotlight. And if you want to play, join with the room code DWFN. DWFN is the code you need. Did I not do an @ here message before I went live? I don't think I did. Oh, I hope no one's missed it. Right, like I said, 31 unused packs, 16 distinct authors, so that's more than enough to get us through this game and probably the next one as well. Though writers are always welcome to submit more Spotlight questions. It's a dead easy write. Just 4 questions on a subject that you want to write around. One easy, one medium, one hard, and then another probably medium. Yeah, and 3 options. It's a good one to cut your teeth on if you fancy getting into question writing. Yes, happy days. Come join the game. Just tuned in. Sorry I'm late, nobody did it here. Sorry, Zeus. Forgot to do that. But I'm glad you're here now. Come on into the game if you want to come and play Spotlight. And I'm gonna, keep hoping that this continues to be working. This new operator software. It just seems to be, though. It feels like it's quite a snappy stream tonight. We'll probably be done by 10. He's still not here. Oh, is that right? I see. Oh. Yes. You got a lot of pennies. 7,160 pennies this season, TVP. Yeah, you had a good run. Good run on Distinction. Incidentally, I did go back and add on the pennies up to the end of round 3, so they've all been accounted for, which is great. Unreality, indeed. Incidentally, I've made a change on your side of things to this game as well. Not to the universal controller itself, but to the payload being sent out. Now, on the question preview, it is more like a question preview should be. I've taken out the options in the preview, so when the question is previewed, you will only see the question. The answers will then appear on graphics, and then you'll get everything when the question unlocks. Okay, so just thought I'd make some tweaks just to see if how that improves gameplay. It feels like that's the way it probably should be. It was a deliberate decision in the initial run to sort of prevent against rug pull answers, but actually I think thinking about it again, I think it's kind of fun leaving it as it is. So just so you're forewarned, so no one ats me saying I haven't got the options in the preview. That's by design. Another couple of seconds and then we'll get this game underway. And yes, come join the game. How many have we got? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 23. Nice number for this Saturday night. I imagine there's a lot of people out at barbecues and such like tonight. It's a bank holiday weekend here in the UK and the weather is still pretty fine, so Right, I think that's long enough. Let's lock this lobby up. First thing we need to do in this game, as ever, is put a player into the spotlight, so let's do that now. Clayton, you are in the spotlight. Press the button on your device to confirm you are still here. And welcome to the game. How this works, you need to answer you need to at all times have answered 2 out of 3 questions correctly in order to stay in the spotlight. If you at any point get 2 out of 3 incorrect, you will be eliminated from the spotlight and someone else will come to take your place. We're going to go through 10 categories, each with 3 questions in, plus 1 additional question for later on in the final. The player who amasses the most spotlight points, i.e. points from the center position, will be our final player, where there are no eliminations, just an opportunity to fight on the leaderboard. Okay. The correct count is capped at 12, Clayton, so if you manage to get 12 questions correct, you will be eliminated by default. That will line you up for a place in the final. Clayton, obviously fresh off victory in the Purge the other day. Well, let's see if they can put that excellent knowledge to good use here in the Spotlight Arena as well. Good luck, and good luck to everyone playing in the wings. Let's take a look at the first 4 categories. You have got the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1 by Topper One Gaming. You've got Scottish Sketch Comedy by PL Jogging. You've got Hertfordshire by Lewis T1. And you've got Drag Race by Oni91_573. Just a quick word of warning before I give you your options, Clayton, because if this is your first time, you have got the option to swap one of the categories. You can only swap the category once. So just make sure you're pressing the right button and not the swap button if you want to play it, okay? And that applies to anyone else who comes into the hot seat a bit later on. But yes, your 4th category, Drag Race by Oni91_573. Please select a category. We're going for Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 1. Topper's outline goes dark blue to show he's the question writer, and Topper gets some free pennies. Gets 3 free points and 100 pennies for writing the pack. Remember, if you answer 2 out of any 3 questions incorrectly, you will be eliminated from the spotlight. So, without any further ado, let's go to our first question. What was the first film released as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Was it The Incredible Hulk, Captain America the First Avenger, or Iron Man? 10 seconds. And that's time up. The correct answer was Iron Man. Iron Man first, then The Incredible Hulk, then Iron Man 2, then Thor, then Captain America, then the Avengers concluded Phase 1. A good start there for Clayton. Let's go on to our next one. The intelligence agency featuring throughout the Phase 1 films is known as the Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics what? Is it division, agency, or department? 10 seconds. And that's time. I think everyone managing to avoid the obvious red herring there, which is agency. If you know that it's also known as SHIELD, you would have hopefully got it down to either division or department, and it is, in fact, division. Yes, agency was an easy dismissal if you know it's SHIELD, the Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division. Very well done, Clayton, getting that one right as well. In fact, second player to get an answer in 1.25 seconds. Very fast indeed. Let's go on to the third question of the category. What name is given to the series of MCU short films released to accompany the films of Phase 1? Is it What If, One Shots, or Inhumans? 10 seconds. Clayton a little bit slower there, but still managing to get the correct answer, which was One Shots. Right. I know what's happened there. Being a Marvel nerd pays off. Yes, but unfortunately, this is going to be a very short game, because what has happened here, friends, and I need to figure out if there's a way I can get Clayton back into the spotlight in a minute. I changed a setting to test the built version, and I changed this, and I've not changed it back. The setting I changed... Yes, stream over, good night. The setting I changed was min packs and max packs, which were both set to 1. Like an absolute nana. I've set them both to 1, which means it's going to run a single pack and then end the game. So what I'm going to have to do, we're going to finish this off just so we see Topper's pack in full. And then, oh Lord, how am I going to get around this? Because Clayton, that's 1 pack you should have, and I can't manually edit things unless I play it out of the inspector, which I don't really want to. I think we're just going to do a fresh run, and then top of you've seen some nice questions. Everyone will get pennies. Clayton will get a position on the leaderboard for this, but I will probably remove it afterwards. Likewise, the medals that will be assigned. Yeah, so basically, I'm going to have to go and rebuild the software because I did something very silly. But we're going to finish off. Incidentally, One Shots was the Phase 1-2 shorts. What If was Phase 3, and Inhumans was Phase 4 and 5. There were 5 one-shots. Some helped develop future MCU TV series such as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter. Inhumans was a Phase 3 TV series. What If was Phase 4 and 5 animated series. So, yeah, executive producer Larry David, very much that. Okay, so I now have to eliminate Clayton. And now I have to initiate the final. Let's see who it's going to be. I wonder who it could be. It's Clayton! What a surprise. Clayton, press the button to let us know you're here. Please? Oops. Have you closed it? I can resend the invitation if you close it. Oh, there we go. We're back in. Good stuff. Welcome back, Clayton. Here's one final question for you. Let's take a look at it. And this is from our sponsor, JL Plays Games.
It's just as well there were packs to spare.
Isn't it just as well there were packs to spare? Okie dokie. Let's take a look at this final question. Which of these Marvel Cinematic Universe title characters was not played by an actor called Chris? Was it Thor, Captain America, or Hulk? 10 seconds. Okay. Well, I'll explain to him later on. The correct answer was Hulk, played by Edward Norton in the Incredible Hulk film, and then latterly by Mark Ruffalo. Thor and Captain America were Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans, respectively. And after 4 questions, Clayton is the winner. Well, how highly embarrassing. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to roll the dice until we get Clayton back in the spotlight again. So. No, there's more. There's more to come. I promise you. We're going to do another game. I've just got to rebuild it first of all. Spotlight spontaneously runs out of battery. Yes, it does. An army of one-pack shots. Clayton won. He did. Ben did an oopsie. Yes, he did. Right. Here's the final leaderboard for what it's worth. All of the penny data has still been written, so that's something, I guess. I just need to remember to back up the trivia, because when I rebuild it, it will clear down that folder, which I do not want it to do. So yeah, those are your final scores. So there's a lot of medals going out. So gold, silvers, and bronzes. Everyone gets a medal. You get a medal. You get a medal. You get a medal. You get a medal. Oh, my God. What fun. Anyway, yeah, everyone gets a medal. Which I will, of course, clear down later on. Yeah, golds on back-to-back shows. That is not going to count as a gold medal, I'm afraid. No. And neither will the leaderboard think out. But the pennies will still persist. Sorry, Topper, that your pack... oh, excuse me, was a pack of 1. Here's a message from our sponsor, TVPA Polska.
Ash, thank you for the free Bruins medal. 11.
Yeah, I haven't got Ash's TTS on this channel, TVP, but thank you for the 100 bits all the same. Right, what we're going to do, it's going to take me about 5 minutes just to load up the Spotlight software, put the correct settings on, rebuild it, and then reload it back up. What we're going to do, I'm just going to re-roll it until we get Clayton into the Spotlight, because otherwise I'd have to add a field to force him in, which I don't have. Which might be slightly irritating. So I would ask, if you're selected for the Spotlight, don't click it until Clayton gets selected. It might take ages, but it might be quite fun. It might happen really fast. We'll see what happens. Okay, right. Time for some credits, and yeah, more Spotlight after the break, after the fix. I'll see you then. Right. Yeah, I roll the credits just because that's the way it goes when I press the button. So now if I go kill current game, yes. Now I have to load Spotlight. If I go game with Cam. Oh no, you're not going to be able to see anything. So just trust me. Honestly, I know exactly what I've done because I had to test it. So, but before I do, I need to back up the Spotlight trivia folder. Otherwise, it's going to clear all the trivia, which would unflag your pack topper as well as delete it. I'll have to move it all over from the backup. Spotlight build Spotlight data trivia. Control C. Let's just briefly minimize OBS. Control V. Replace. Is it already on the desktop? I guess it's already on the desktop. Don't know where. I'll find it in a bit. And then I will merge that back in momentarily. Right, operator. There we go. Min packs 1, max packs 1. So if I set those back to 10, which is what they should be on. Whoopsie poopsie. And build. That's literally all there is to it. So now we just need to wait until I can force. Please, please, with sugar on top. Please don't press the button to confirm you're here. Because you will be able to, but just sit on your hands until I've got Clayton here, and I'll just keep re-rolling until they're selected. That would be really handy. Yeah, this wasn't really a dev stream. It's just literally me changing a setting and then rebuilding and then recompiling the trivia. Right, Spotlight has built. That's good. So we can now close the Unity project. Spotlight data. It has indeed cleared the trivia, which I now need to find. I pasted it on the desktop somewhere. It's not on that monitor. Is it behind Discord? No. Is it behind the control room? No. Oh, I bet it's on this one, isn't it? Is it behind the operator? No, it's not. Okay. Is it over on this monitor? No. Okay, seriously, where's my backed up trivia gone? I pasted it on the desktop. That's B. Okay. Am I going to have to go through Windows Explorer to find a file on the desktop? I am, aren't I? What a shame. Desktop. Trivia. I don't know where that is, but it apparently it's on the desktop somewhere, but I can't see it. Oh well, let's just move it over to there. And let's just triple check that MCU Phase 1 by Topper 1 Gaming has been marked as used. Good. Right. All is well now. And I can bring OBS back into sight. If it picks a power user, it can pick a power user, that's fine. Silent Ring, welcome to the stream. Right, let's try that again. Spotlight, launch. And then I need to join with the room code, which all of you all will need to do in a minute as well. Which is that. Oh good, it's showing me all of the things this time. Allow unused packs, flag packs after use, fast validation off, skip opening titles off, test mode on, no, test mode off, allow used packs off. Right, cool, that'll do. Right, let's try again, shall we? But yeah, Silent Marine, that would be a Spotlight one-shot edition. Which is not necessarily a bad idea, but I wouldn't necessarily have all the gump before and after. All the titles and the credits and everything, but on the plus side, it has padded out the stream slightly. Yes, say JR, slightly padding it out. Right, come join, and please, if it picks you, let's be good sports and let me re-roll until we get clear. Alternatively, no one joined just yet, apart from maybe me. And everyone else who's joining. Maybe stop joining, and we'll just get Clayton in, and then you can join afterwards? Probably? That'll probably work. MSGW, it's a code. Yeah, I probably should have said that before. Right, there's Clayton, I'm locking it. Don't join yet. Don't join yet. Don't join yet. No, stop joining until I say so. Stop joining until I give you the green light, okay? Right. Oh! What are the odds of that? Right, now you can join. Now you come join. Now come join. RNG loves you, Clayton. Well, that kind of makes up for it. Right, I'm going to celebrate by getting another glass of Prosecco. Come join, and then we'll get straight into the game. Oh, that was all very exciting, wasn't it, chat? Right, if you all come and join now that Clayton's back in. Oh. Thank you, TVP. Right, okay. There'll be different categories, and MC is marked as used. I will have to clear out the pennies and the leaderboard. Not the pennies, the medals and the leaderboard from that incorrect run there. But you will get the pennies that you earned. But it wasn't a full game, so it's not fair to give the leaderboard. So, Not a Cat, welcome to the stream. And let's have a look at our categories. Right. Here are your 4 new categories. We've got Phone Jacker by Lewis T1. Lagers by Royal Flush. What is a Spotlight by Proogs. And films with the same names as Game Night Originals by Topper One Gaming. We're going for films with the same names as Game Night Originals by Topper One Gaming. So once again, Topper cannot answer any of these questions. This is what happens when you have 10 packs in the game, Topper. Yeah, I just can't believe it's done that. I'm just amazed. But there we go. Right, remember, if you answer 2 out of any 3 questions incorrectly, you will be eliminated from the spotlight. So, here's our first question on films with the same names as Game Night Originals by Topper One Gaming. Take a look. The 1983 film Risky Business starred which actor as Joel Goodson, considered to be his breakout role? Was it Gary Sinise, Tom Cruise, or Sean Penn? 10 seconds. Time up. And the correct answer. Tom Cruise, no problem there for Clayton. Penn and Sinise auditioned for the role. Cruise starred alongside Rebecca De Mornay in the film. Sinise auditioned but didn't get it. Very well done. If you got Tom Cruise, let's go on to the next. The 2015 film Spotlight won the Academy Award for Best Picture and which other award? Was it Best Original Screenplay, Best Sound Mixing, or Best Supporting Actor? 10 seconds. Clayton getting an answer in with under a second left to spare. The correct answer is Best Original Screenplay, the first film since The Greatest Show on Earth, 1952, to win the Best Picture and only one other award. It was Best Original Screenplay, Josh Singer and Tom McCarthy were the writers. Best Sound Mixing, Spotlight was not nominated for Best Sound Mixing, which was won by Mad Max Fury Road. And Best Supporting Actor, Mark Ruffalo was nominated for Best Supporting Actor, but it ended up being won by Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies. Very well done there, Clayton. Let's move on to the third question from this category. In the 2013 film The Purge, the emergency broadcast system message announcing the start of the purge ends with which line? Is it God bless our nation reborn, blessed be our new founding fathers, or may God be with you all? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer? Okay, good. It's not ended the game. May God be with you all. The previous line is, blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all. Once the full message is complete, sirens blare, signaling the start of the purge, where all crime is legal for, I think it's 12 hours or 24 hours, one of them. Anyway, good start for you there, Clayton. 3 out of 3. Time to pick another category. Here's what we've got. The 3 that we had before: Phone Jacker by Lewis T1, Lagers by Royal Flush, What is a Spotlight by Proogs, and one new one, remember you can swap. Who was in Paris by Naughty Goth? What are we going for? Thanks. Getting rid of Lagers by Royal Flush, and it's being replaced by Dungeons & Dragons History by Stilgart Ken. And that is what we are going for. Remember, if you answer 2 out of any 3 questions incorrectly, you will be eliminated from the spotlight. 3 questions then on Dungeons & Dragons History by Stilgar, the mega white thing. On we go. Here's our first question on Dungeons & Dragons History. What classic D&D race had to be renamed in the 1970s due to a legal challenge from the Tolkien estate? Was it Eldar, Skaven, or Halflings? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer? Halflings, because they were originally called hobbits. No drama for you, Clayton. You are still on a perfect answer streak. Let's go on to the next. What character class, based around stealth and shady activities, was renamed to Rogue in 3rd edition? Was it Bandit, Thief, or Blackguard? 10 seconds. And that's time up. The correct answer was Thief. No further notes on that one. You've currently got 5 spotlight points, Clayton. Here's your 3rd Dungeons & Dragons question. The character of Drizzt Do'Urden, created by author R.L. Salvatore, is perhaps the most famous member of what Dungeons & Dragons race? Is it Drow, Warforged, or Dragonborn? 10 seconds. And that's time up. The correct answer is Drow, and that's the first misstep for Clayton. You must get your next question correct in order to stay in the spotlight. Drow, aka Dark Elves. I think Dragonborn is a Skyrim term. I don't know if it comes up in D&D as well. As a non-D&D fan, I couldn't tell you, but not bad, Clayton. You've got 5 out of 6, but the pressure is on to get the first 2 questions of this next category correct. You are still in control. Let's go back to the category board. It is also a D&D race. Oh, there we go. Phone Jacker by Lewis, What is a Spotlight by Proogs, Who was in Paris by Naughty Goth, and one new one. You still have a swap available. Anthropomorphic Vehicles by Topper One Gaming. Which is... Oh, no, you haven't got a swap left. What am I on about? No swap. You swapped Lagers, didn't you? Yeah. We've gone for Anthropomorphic Vehicles by Topper One Gaming. So for the 3rd time in 4 packs, Topper is not able to answer questions, but we'll get some free points. Let's see what you make of this, and pressure is on to get this first question right. Take a look. Disney Toon Studios released a 2013 spin-off film of Pixar's Cars entitled what? Was it planes, trains, or automobiles? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. No major drama there. Planes was the correct answer. Received negative reviews and didn't really take off. Very good. On to the next. In the original series of Bob the Builder, what was the name of the orange cement mixer trailer? Was it Dizzy, Roly, or Muck? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. It was Dizzy, an eager and excitable orange cement mixer. Roly was the green steamroller, and Muck was the red dump truck. Well done, Clayton. You saved yourself, so even if you get this one wrong, you will stay in the spotlight, and you will definitely get to be picking the next category. Let's take a look at our third question on anthropomorphic vehicles. Thomas the Tank Engine was based on which class of steam locomotive? LB and SCR-E2, L&YR Class 28, or GER Class C53? 10 seconds. I will note here that this has been noted as very hard by the author. Yeah, I don't believe this is a total guess. It would be for me as well. The correct answer is the LB and SCR-E2. I had a look earlier on when proofing. It really does look like Thomas the Tank Engine. The basis for Thomas the Tank Engine, short for London Brighton South Coast Railway. All real LB and SCR-E2 trains have since been scrapped, which is...
What a shame.
A genuine shame. The L&YR Class 28 is the basis for James, the Red Engine, and the GER Class C53 is the basis for Toby. So Thomas the Tank Engine... You fucking what, said Thomas? Love it. That is the end of the category, and Clayton, it's time to pick your next one. And you are up to 7 spotlight points. You can get a maximum of 5 more before you will be forcibly ejected. Here's the category board. Phone Jacker by Lewis. What is a Spotlight by Proogs? Who was in Paris by Naughty Goth? And one new one for you. No Swap. Scottish Sketch Comedy by PL Jogging. What is a Spotlight by Proogs, who I don't see in the game tonight? But we'll get 100 pennies in absentia. Pressure is on to get the first 2 questions of this one right, Clayton. Very best of luck. Here is your first question. If you were to superimpose red light and green light from 2 different sources onto a white surface, what colour would the object appear? Is it cyan, magenta, or yellow? 10 seconds. And that's time. The correct answer. Oh, Clayton. Alas, it was not cyan, it was yellow. Additive colour mixing of red and green would appear yellow. Green and blue would appear cyan, and blue and red would appear magenta. Colours of light are not the same as the colours of paint. Mind you, red and green. Green isn't the primary colour in the world of art, is it? Still, Clayton, that's a very good go, a very good start. So if we ignore the MCU false start, it means you have been eliminated with a score of 7. It might be enough to get you into the Spotlight final. We will have to wait and see, but for now, we have to eject you from the Spotlight. So, fellow pilgrims, 7 is what you are chasing. That has been set by Clayton. It's a valiant first effort. Let's see who is going to come and challenge it. Let's put another player into the spotlight. Topper! It's about the only opportunity you get to come and join the spotlight. It seems your questions are always there. But you are in the spotlight, an opportunity to try and best Clayton 7. We're going to finish off Proogs' category, which is already active. What is the Spotlight by Proogs? And let's go on to the next question. Which ABBA hit song is named after a theatre spotlight? Is it Gladiator, Super Trooper, or Synchrolite? 10 seconds. Please bring your attention to tonight. The super trooper lights are gonna blind me, shining like the sun. Super Trooper, I'm afraid it is not Synchrolite Topper. Super Trooper is a trademark for a range of follow spots manufactured by Strong Lighting in Nebraska, USA. Synchrolite was another brand absorbed into Strong Lighting, and Gladiator is another model of spot they make. I don't believe ABBA ever had singles called Gladiator or Synchrolite, but it does explain why Super Trooper has been spelled like that, which I always thought was an incorrect spelling, but it is actually named after a spotlight, appropriately enough. So there we go, every day's a school day. Pressure on Topper, you've got to get this last spotlight question left if you want to pick the next category. Let's take a look at it. Lighting designer Paul Constable won a Tony in 2011 for lighting which acclaimed National Theatre play based on the book by Michael Morpurgo? So Angels in America, Warhorse, or The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime? 10 seconds. And that's time. The correct answer was Warhorse, I'm afraid. An acclaimed lighting designer, she's just announced her retirement from theatre lighting design, accurate as of when the pack was written. She's also been a strong advocate for women in theatre. She won Tonys for the other options in the question too, but I don't think those were written by Michael Morpurgo. But I might be wrong. Bad time to talk. Yeah, I haven't seen it for a while, but actually we had someone in the spotlight who doesn't get to pick a category. I'm afraid, Topper, we have to eject you from the spotlight. So Clayton 7 is still looking good at the moment, but we've got a few more categories that we need to get through. Let's put another player into the spotlight. Stilgar! Press the button to let us know you're here. Now, if memory serves, if I just take a quick look at the spotlight leaderboard, Stilgar is joint top with 9 correct answers in the final. If they can battle their way into the final again, they have a chance to try and beat their previous record. But Stilgar, welcome to the spotlight, and you're going to start by picking a category. Phonejacker by Lewis, Who Was in Paris by Naughty Goth, Scottish sketch comedy by Jogging, or the works of Tony Slattery by Topper One Gaming. Swap available. What would you like to go for? For what it's worth, Topper, if you'd survived, it wouldn't have picked that category. They get swapped away. Oh, good. It's Karma. Lagers by Royal Flush comes back again. Got to pick one of them, but no swap available, Stilgar. Who Was in Paris by Naughty Goth. Naughty Goth, who a new member of the community, and the first time here tonight, and they're getting their questions aired. So 100 pennies have gone out to you, Naughty Goth, and if you are in the game, which I don't think you are, you'd have gone blue, but you're not, so it doesn't matter. So remember, if you get any 2 out of 3 questions incorrect, Stilgar, you will be eliminated from the spotlight. Let's take a look at our first question on Who Was in Paris by Naughty Goth. About 16 years after being in London in a less demented movie, Who Was in Paris, according to the title of a 1997 film? Was it an African skinwalker, an Asian selkie, or an American werewolf? 10 seconds. You get an applause from JR, Naughty Goth, on your first question in the Game Night Oeuvre, and it is a lovely one as well. The correct answer was an American Werewolf. American Werewolf in London is a 1981 comedy horror film directed by Jan Landis, while the 1997 film An American Werewolf in Paris, directed by Anthony Waller, is de facto regarded as its spin-off. Interestingly, in 1986, during a screening of An American Werewolf in London, the Italian newspaper L'Unità mistakenly referred to the film as An American Werewolf in Paris, inadvertently predicting the actual film's release more than a decade in advance. So there we go. Good start for you there, Stilgar. Let's take a look at your next question about Who Was in Paris. In a 2005 song, who was in Paris and Rome, but later wanted to go home? Was it Daniel Powter, Michael Bublé, or Paolo Nutini? 10 seconds. That's time. The correct answer? Michael Bublé. These are from Michael Bublé's song Home, featured on his album It's Time. The song was later covered by the band Westlife in 2007 and also appeared in the film The Wedding Date, starring Deborah Messing, Dermot Mulroney and Amy Adams. Bublé wrote the song during a tour in Italy, inspired by his longing for his then-fiancée Debbie Timmus. Very well played. Stilgar. That's another question, right? One monitor is not good for this. Lol, swapping back and forth and then clicked in a red zone, didn't notice. Never mind. We live and learn. Yeah, multiple monitors is a good idea, in my opinion. Brooks, good evening. You've missed your spotlight questions, been and gone. What is a spotlight? We enjoyed them very much. One more question on who was in Paris for you, Stilgar. Let's take a look. In 1965, writer Jack Kerouac travelled to Paris to take notes for his autobiographical work Satori in Paris. How can the term Satori be translated into Japanese? Is it empathetic joy, penetrative insight, or sudden enlightenment? 10 seconds. Yeah, give it a watch. It was enjoyed by everyone apart from, I think, Topper, for reasons that will become clear a bit later on. But welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. The correct answer: Sudden Enlightenment. It's a classic of the Beat Generation, published in 1966, in which the author recounts his 10-day trip to Paris and Brittany, giving as its title the feeling he had during the trip. Satori, a concept that indicates the intuitive experience of enlightenment in Zen Buddhism, comparable to Buddha's awakening under the Bo tree. Welcome on into the game, Proogs. And Stilgar, good start for you. 3 questions right in the spotlight, about halfway, just under halfway to that 7-point target as set by Clayton. Scores being shown in the side game as well. And it's time to go on to another category. No swap available, Stilgar. Here's what you've got. Phone Jacket by Lewis C1, Scottish sketch comedy by Jogging, Lagers by Royal Flush, and one new category, one that's been here for a very long time and never been played. And Kegger Coach, welcome to the stream. Russian Mountains by Clive of Legend still has not been played. It's up to you, and I think Clive tries to yes, Clive always saying don't pick that one. He tries to dissuade people from picking it. It's up to you, Stilgar. We're going for Lagers by Royal Flush. This is a pack I wrote this afternoon after proofing 14 Spotlight packs. As I said, when I do a big bulk proofing of Spotlight stuff, I tend to write my own, so thank you very much for picking it, Stilgar. Let's see how you get on. You're good for now, 3 correct answers. Remember, any 2 out of 3, you will be eliminated. So, here is your first question on Lagers by Royal Flush. Which of these is not the name of an Italian lager? Birra Moretti, Birrificio Angelo Poretti, or Nastro Azzurro Fioretti? 10 seconds. I've added here on my notes this round entirely inspired by the fact I'm drinking lager as I write it. The correct answer, very well done, Stilgar, Nastro Azzurro Fioretti, adapted from Peroni Nastro Azzurro, which we may have recognised, which is an Italian lager, but it's not Fioretti, it's Peroni. Poretti is a lager. It's on draft at one of my local pubs, and Moretti is perhaps the most famous one of the 2 that were there. So very well done. Let's move on to the next question. One of Burton-upon-Trent's most notable claims to fame is that much of the world's lager is brewed there, along with what other branded foodstuff? Is it Ambrosia custard, Marmite, or Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce? 10 seconds. Time. The correct answer is Marmite. And still got bang on again. Fun fact for you. Look on the side of a can of Staropramen, which is what I was drinking when I wrote it, or Madry or Carling. That postcode is for the same street as my dad's shop. Ambrosia Devon custard, believe it or not, is made in Devon. And Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, unsurprisingly, is made in Worcestershire. Marmite is still brewed or fermented, whatever it is, in Burton, and there's also a Nestle coffee factory in nearby Tutbury, and that's it. That's all there is going for Burton. You've heard it all: beer and Marmite and coffee nearby. You don't need to go now. I would encourage you not to. Let's reset that question. And Worcestershire is just coming in as a raid suggestion. And let's take a look at the final question on lagers. Stella Artois pride themselves on their lager being made with only 4 ingredients. Which of these is not one of them? Flaked oats, Saaz hops, or malted barley? 10 seconds. And that's time. The correct answer. Flaked oats. Very well done, Stilgar. That's 6 out of 6 so far. The missing ingredient, obviously the 4th ingredient is obviously water. So you've got water, malted barley, Saaz hops, and the missing ingredient, not flaked oats, but maize. Flaked oats are occasionally used in the production of IPAs, but not in Stella Artois. This recipe, incidentally, of hops, barley, maize, and water is fairly standard to most lagers, but Stella ran a campaign highlighting it at one point in the late noughties. Very well done. 3 for 3 on some lager questions, and it's time to pick another category. You got Phone Jacker by Lewis, Scottish sketch comedy by Jogging, Russian Mountains by Clive, and You Can Call Them Al. That is an L, not AI. You Can Call Them Al by Nordy Goth. I should actually put it up on the graphics as well. Which one are you going for, Stilgar? One more to tie with Clayton. You Can Call Them Al. Second question pack from Nordy Goth to feature tonight. Another 100 pennies for you. And let's take a look at our first question on You Can Call Them Al. Although he never explicitly stated it, Al Gore was ridiculed for years for supposedly claiming to have invented what? Retirement plans, the internet, or the welfare state? 10 seconds.
My father would womanize, he would drink. He would make outrageous claims like he invented the question mark.
Austin Powers there for you. Hopefully a nice simple one to start off with. It was the internet. Whilst Gore never explicitly stated that he invented the internet, a remark he made in a 1999 interview where he said he took the initiative in creating the internet led to widespread mockery. However, he did play a significant role in supporting legislation that helped develop the modern internet, or as he famously called it, the information superhighway. Imagine, you know, the Vice President of the United States of America saying something silly. Not something that happened these days, I'm sure. 17 looks to be the high score in the side game. Let's go on because, not Clayton, Stilgar, you have matched Clayton's score of 7, one more, and you're pretty much a shoe-in for the final. Well, let's see what you can do with this next question. NBC's longtime personality Al Roker lent his voice to a character in which animated movie? Was it Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Kung Fu Panda 2, or B Movie? 10 seconds. Yeah, I know. How about that, Kegler Coach? Seems a very, very big coincidence to me. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. NBC's longtime personality Al Roker lent his voice to a character in which animated movie? The correct answer was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That's the first wrong step for Stilgar, who went for B Movie. Also linked to his fame as a weather news anchorman for NBC, he voiced his colleague character Patrick Patrickson in both 2009's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and 2013's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. I mean, they had the opportunity to go Overcast with a chance of burgers. It was right there. Nope, we'll just put a number 2 on the end. Never mind. You still got pressure on. You must get the next 2 questions right to stay in the spotlight. Let's go to our third question on You Can Call Them Al. Take a look. What is the stage name of the singer who released the 80s R&B classic Night and Day? Al C. Clarke, Al T. Cossey, or Al B. Shaw? 10 seconds. And that's time for the correct answer. Oh, Stilgar! We've gone wrong. Still we're going for Al C. Clarke. The now one, is that right? In my head, oh no, Al C. Clarke. Al C. Clarke stuck in my mind when I proved that. I thought, have I changed the answers? Because I was expecting Al C. Clarke, despite the fact it's looking at me with a red background. No, Al B. Shaw was the answer. Al C. Clarke is obviously Arthur C. Clarke is probably where that pun came from, possibly. But yes, this song, so that is correct. And it's a tie on 7, so it's going to come to the tiebreaker. Clayton is on 15. Stilgar is on... I can't see. It's going to be a crapshoot if you've got the same. We'll find out in a minute. Anyway, the song was a hit from his debut album In Effect Mode of 1988 and reached number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. 15. Are you both on 15? It's going to be a coin flip then if you're both on 15 and you stay both on 15. But because you've both got 7 in the spotlight. Al B. Shaw, born Albert Joseph Brown III, is an American R&B singer and songwriter who rose to fame in the late 1980s. His 3 children all made their path in music. Albert Joseph Brown IV, known as Al B. Shaw Jr., Devin Brown, known as Devin Loud, and Quincy Brown. Al C. Clarke was the pseudonym used by Donald Goines, an African-American writer known for his gritty urban fiction novels, which were influential in the genre of black pulp fiction. Also, it's a little bit like Arthur C. Clarke. What did Arthur C. Clarke do? Was he 2001: A Space Odyssey? I forget. Al T. Cossey is a British actor known for his roles in Brookside, Bread, and Grange Hill. Oh, excuse me. Great run for you there, Stilgar, but unfortunately, lots of stuff. Yes, 7 is as far as you go, and we have to eliminate you from the spotlight. Well, the pressure's on. Stilgar looking for a second run in the final. Clayton looking for their first. Both of them on 15 at the moment. Keep an eye on those scores if we've got more categories. Assuming we have, let's select a player to go into the spotlight. Connors! Press the button to let us know you're still here. Welcome to the game, my dude. Connors, my friend from Flage and Lounges community, who we often raid on a Thursday. Great to have you here, and your first job, Connors, is to select our next category. You've got Phone Jacker by Lewis T1. You've got Scottish Sketch Comedy by Plajogging. You've got Russian Mountains by Clive of Legend. You have got a swap available, and Lupine, welcome to the stream. And your fourth category, Say His Name and He Appears by JR Plays Games. Swap if you don't like any of them, and pick one if you do. Which are you going for? Say His Name and He Appears by JR Plays Games. 100 pennies and 3 points to you, JR, and your border goes blue over there on the left. Remember, Connors, you've got to answer 2 out of any 3 questions. Sorry, if you answer 2 out of any 3 questions incorrectly, you will be eliminated from the spotlight. Good luck. Let's take a look at our first question. Which character, played by Michael Keaton, would appear if you said his name 3 times? Is it Batman? Is it Beetlejuice? Or is it Jack Frost? 10 seconds. And that's time. I'm just trying to think of a way of getting around this lag issue, and I'm thinking I could stack the logs as they come in and then print them all when the time up goes on, which would mean I wouldn't have to then implement it in all of the graphics software. I could just do it once in the operator. Just thinking out loud. I'll remember that. The correct answer is, of course, Beetlejuice. Everyone, oh, not everyone, but most players getting that one right, including Connors. Well played. Let's go on to the next. Saying which word is liable to have the librarian appear and punch you in the Discworld series? Is it moist, marzipan, or monkey? 10 seconds. Time. The correct answer is monkey. Good answer from Connors there. Yeah, because he is, of course, an orangutan, which is an ape, not a monkey. He is an ape, not a monkey. 2 right so far, Connors. Let's have a third question on Say His Name and He Appears. Take a look at this. Which of these Chinese warlords from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms gives his name to the Chinese version of the phrase "Speak of the devil and he appears"? Was it Liu Bei, Cao Cao, or Sun Shun? 10 seconds. Yes, no, I'm aware, Naughty Goth. It was Arthur C. Clarke. I had assumed incorrectly, it turns out, that Al C. Clarke was maybe a play on the name Arthur C. Clarke. So just me not fully understanding that, but yeah. And I remembered that when I proved it earlier on, and it sort of stuck in my brain, which is why I was expecting that to be the right answer. But no, it's all good. Which of these Chinese warlords from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms gives his name to the Chinese version of the phrase "Speak of the devil and he appears"? The correct answer is Cao Cao. And I've got nice pronunciation, so thank you to JL for providing those. Cao Cao was known for his reputation of speedy maneuvers and deployments, leading to the phrase "Speak of Cao Cao and he appears." I'm glad Ben said Cao Cao right, considering the early Dynasty Warriors game calling him Cow Cow. Yeah, JL was very good at giving me pronunciation notes, which highlight over the answers as I roll the mouse over them, which is why I didn't read them quite as quickly, because I had to get the mouse over it and then read it and then press the button. So all good. Much appreciated. Very good, Connors. That's 3 out of 3 there, and it's time for another category. Phonejacker by Lewis, Scottish sketch comedy by Plodjogging, Russian Mountains by Clive of Legend, and one more category by Naughty Goth, European Golfs. We're going to get through all three of your categories in one stream, Naughty Goth. It's not impossible. Which are you going for? Or you have got a swap available, Connors, if you don't like any of them. We're getting rid of Phonejacker by Lewis, and it's to be replaced with The Finish Line by BC 2014. You no longer have a swap. And that's what we're going for, The Finish Line. Excuse me, by BC 2014. Remember, if you answer 2 out of any 3 questions incorrectly, you will be eliminated from the spotlight. You've got 3 for now. Let's take a look at our first question. Did BC win Finish Line? Couldn't possibly say. Let's take a look at our first question on The Finish Line by BC. The word "the" can be described as which of these? Indefinite article, partitive article, or definite article? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. It's the definite article, and we've gone wrong there, Connors. First one we've gone wrong on, and a bit of English grammar. A definite article is the answer, which is a proper article referring to a unique entity. For example, the word "the" in the sentence, "Give me the book." It's that specific book. Whereas an indefinite article doesn't refer to a specific identifiable entry. For example, the word "a" or "a" in the sentence, "Give me a book." Or the word "a" in the sentence, "Give me a book." That could be any book. Partitive article is something I wasn't familiar with, but it's used in relation to a mass noun. For example, the word "some" in "Do you want some coffee?" That would be a partitive article. It's a wrong answer, so you must get the next 2 correct to stay in the spotlight, Connors. Let's take a look at our second question on The Finish Line. Yeah, give me some book. With which type of products would you associate the brand Finish? Is it sports, clothing, or cleaning? 10 seconds. And that's time. So next question on cocaine. Possibly. The correct answer is cleaning. Good answer there from Connors. In fact, everybody getting that one right. Yes, it's a common laundry detergent, and I can see Connors is up to 4 correct in the spotlight. Our 2 players who are on 7, Clayton and Stilgar. Clayton has just snuck the lead with 19 to Stilgar's 18. Could be interesting to keep an eye on that. I don't know how many packs we've got left. Kind of adds to the suspense a bit. Let's have one more question on the finish line. Connors, take a look at this. What colour is the Windrush line on the London Overground map? Is it blue, green, or red? 10 seconds. That's time. The correct answer is red, and Connors, it's a correct answer. Blue is the Mildmay line, green is the Suffragette line, red is the Windrush line. It's a good answer, and you are still safe. The next question will be free. We have got another pack, so it is possible, Connors, that you could end up in the Spotlight final yourself. Still a lot to play for. Let's reset that question. You're up to 5, and if you tie with the 7, it'd be very interesting to see what happens. I don't know what your overall score is. Good guess. I didn't think that would necessarily be in your wheelhouse. I don't think you're British, but I might be wrong. But I mean, I'm British, and I wouldn't know that because I don't live in London. Let's take a look at our category board once again. Oh, you are British. Oh no, that's a Run saying that. You've got the same font colour. Yes, I know you're British, a Run. So we've got the 3 we've already had: Scottish sketch comedy by Jogging, Russian Mountains by Clive, European Golf by Naughty Goth, and one final category, which is Noel Edmonds by It's Otley. For how much longer? That's what we're going for. Noel Edmonds. We've got to keep it at 2 out of 3. First question is free for you, and it's certainly getting 100 pennies in absentia. Let's have a look at our first question on Noel Edmonds. Between 1994 and 1997, Noel owned a series of theme parks known as what? Noel's House, The Wonderful World of Noel Edmonds, or Crinkly Bottom? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. Crinkly Bottom. Though popularly known as Blobbyland, the official name was Crinkly Bottom, which was also the name of the eponymous house in Noel's house party, I believe. So right answer from Connors. You're up to 6 correct answers. And which one are you? How many points have you got overall? 21. You are currently ahead of both Clayton and Stilgar. So if you can get one more question right, and you can get either of the next 2, assuming this is the last category, it's going to be you at the moment who's looking to be heading into the Spotlight final. But let's not count our chickens just yet. We've got at least 2 more questions. There may yet be another category as well. Let's take a look at our next question on Noel Edmonds. Noel drove a taxi to use bus lanes. What did he keep in the back to prevent customers from trying to use it? Was it a cardboard cutout of Noel Edmonds, a Great Dane named Claude, or a mannequin named Candice? 10 seconds. And that's time. The correct answer. Mannequin named Candice. Connor's getting that in under 2 seconds. I don't know if that was a hit and hope or if that was just something you just knew. But yeah, 1.59 seconds. A very fast answer indeed. All of these are fucking ridiculous. Yes, they are. It's a mannequin named Candice. When he was rumbled, he upgraded to an actual double-decker bus. No word on what happened to Candice, unfortunately. So this is very interesting because Connors is now on 7, also tying with Clayton and Stilgar. but has 22 in total, whereas Clayton and Still Got both have 20. So if this is the last category, Connors, you are going into the final. Let's see if you can get through this next question on Noel Edmonds first, and then see what happens next. The first 7 letters of Noel Edmonds rearranged to name the production company behind which Edmonds show? Is it Deal or No Deal? Cheap, Cheap, Cheap? Or Are You Smarter Than a 10-Year-Old? 10 seconds. The correct answer was Deal or No Deal. Noeledm can be rearranged to Endemol, and it was indeed an excellent question there from Otley. Yes, Endemol. Cheap, Cheap, Cheap. There's your Cheap, Cheap, Cheap reference. Was produced by Hattrick, and Are You Smarter Than a 10-Year-Old was Mark Burnett Productions. So, at the end of that, Connors has actually got the lead. We don't have to go to a tie-break because Connors has managed to get 8 questions right. Clayton and Stilgar only managing to get 7, and Connors with a total of 23. Not the highest score in the wings. There's a couple of players there on 25 and one down at the bottom on 28, who I can't see because the glow and the number is over the top. There is a formality. We first of all, because you have spun around, Connors, we have to eliminate the active player from the spotlight because that was the final question of the maximum pack limit, which is now correctly set to 10. Connors will therefore be eliminated with a score of 8. That's Pyro Pygmy on 28 to be a shoo-in for that gold medal. So 8 was the maximum correct answers, and it happened right at the 11th hour. I think it may have been written off at that point because we had such strong performances from Clayton and Stilgar. I thought, are there enough questions left to beat them? Turns out there were. Let's initiate our final. Connors, you are in the spotlight final. Press the button to let us know you're still here. And welcome back to the game. No chance of elimination now. That metric is off. You are here for the final 10 questions of the game, Connors. It will be 1 question from each of the categories we've already seen. For any question writers playing the game, you won't be locked out of answering, so you can answer, but you don't get free points. So if you can remember what you wrote, it's kind of a free point, but you've got to press the button. You don't get it automatically, okay? You'll get 1 of each question. The top of the leaderboard is 9 at the moment, if I just go and check them. And it's Sotley and Stilgar. Stilgar, who you beat to get here tonight, and it's Sotley who wrote 1 of the question packs. Both have 9. Nobody has yet. And Clayton is 11th with 1 at the moment. I will clear that, Clayton. No one has yet gotten 10 out of 10 in the final. 9 is what you need to tie the top. 1 question on each category, no eliminations. The very best of luck to you. Let's play the Spotlight final. Can I put a tracker in so I know how many times a category has been rejected? That would be fun, wouldn't it? It would be relatively easy to do. Can you note it in suggestions, Arun? And while you're at it, Arun, if you note that one, can you also note somewhere, put a readout of how many packs have been played? Because at no point do I actually know unless I keep track manually or filter the log. That would be very kind. Right, here we go. Spotlight knowledge by the Game Night community, starting with this. It's films with the same names as Game Night originals by Top One Gaming. Who directed the 1989 film The Abyss? Is it James Cameron, Steven Spielberg, or Robert Zemeckis? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer? James Cameron. It's a film about a submarine crew trying to recover a boat in the ocean, but discover an alien spaceship instead, as you do. Good start for you, Connors. You've got 1 on the board. On to our next. Dungeons & Dragons History by Stilgar. What advanced D&D 2nd edition spell, removed from subsequent editions, allowed the caster to transform almost any single object into a handkerchief? Was it Tensor's Transformation, Heward's Handy Hanky, or Item? 10 seconds. see Stilgar getting this one right. At least the correct answer is item. It's a misstep from you there, Connors. Connor's going for Tensor's transformation. The object could be no larger than 2 cubic feet per caster level. Object could not be magical, but could include a fire and its fuel. Unlike most spells in AD and D2E, the item spell could be ended at will by the caster. I have no idea what any of that means, but it's a wrong answer. You're still on 1, Connors. Let's go to our next question. Anthropomorphic Vehicles by Topper One Gaming. Which singer-songwriter narrated the first 2 series of the children's TV show Brum? Was it Lisa Stansfield, Samantha Fox, or Toya Wilcox? 10 seconds. And that's time. The correct answer. It's Toya Wilcox. Connor's going for Lisa Stansfield. Unfortunately, not the right answer. Toya Wilcox is from Birmingham, i.e. Brum, where the show is set. Birmingham. Bad luck on that one, Connors. Let's play on to our next question. What is a spotlight by Proogs? What lens would you usually find on a lighthouse, which is also found on some theatre lights? Is it a Fresnel, a toric, or a plano convex? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. Back on the right track here, Connors. Yeah, Fresnel is the right answer. Fresnel. The Fresnel lens allows a more compact unit to be made using much less glass material than before its invention. Light is only refracted at the interface between glass and air, so the large chunks of glass could be removed, leaving a jagged appearance to the lens that has much less mass than its original counterpart. So there you go, some information on lenses and lighthouses there for you. Connors, you're up to 2 spotlight points. Let's take a look at our next question. It's Who Was in Paris by Naughty Goth. In the Netflix series Emily in Paris, the title character moves to the French capital from which US city? Is it Austin, Chicago, or Los Angeles? 10 seconds. Oh, it's Fresnel. Apologies. Next time you write a question with that word in Proofs, pop it in the host notes, and then I won't miss it. And that's time. Correct answer is Chicago. Good answer from you there, Connors. You're up to 3 spotlight points now. Yeah, Emily in Paris is a romantic comedy drama that premiered in 2020, created by Darren Star. The series follows Emily Cooper, portrayed by Lily Collins, a marketing executive from Chicago who relocates to Paris for work. Well played. Got 3 right, I think 2 wrong, so we must be halfway through. Let's take a look at our next question. It's Lagers by Royal Flush, aka me. Named for the year in which the recipe was first used, what number features prominently on Kronenberg Lager? Is it 1664, 1774, or 1884? 10 seconds. And that's time. Correct answer. 1664. Kronenberg 1664, I think, is actually the name of the model of, or the particular vintage Kronenberg 1664 lager. Another fun fact for you. I once did a challenge when at university that involved me playing video games and drinking approximately 20 cans of Kronenberg. Since then, I've rather gone off it. But yes, only on Kronenberg 1664. Yes, it's a separate beer. I trust Odie to check me on my lager knowledge. It's a separate beer from the original Kronenberg that's only available in France. But yes, I think the intention of the question was clear. You know what I mean? The brand, I think, is probably what I meant. The particular type. Is it slightly strong? Okay. Yeah, so I did this challenge at university called Drinking Games, is what I called it. And I set myself, as part of it, I used to write a monthly report for the uni newspaper, which was called the Quizmaster Experiments, because I was a uni quizmaster, that's how most people knew me, where I did an experiment just to test stuff out. And one of the ones I did was called Drinking Games, where I set out to prove whether drinking makes you better or worse or no different at computer games. And my conclusion, it was a conclusive experiment, I found out that the peak is something like 7 or 8 units of alcohol. You actually get better, after which it drops. It was fully scientific and undertaken under controlled circumstances, and yeah, it involved me. It was the day before my 20th birthday. I drank about 24 cans of Kronenberg. It was, yeah. The Balmer Peak, is that an actual thing? It was fully scientific, I assure you. Yeah, 19 years and 364-day-year-old Ben did that experiment. I'll never forget the vice president of the student union, his name was Alvin, said to her when it first got promised, I said, Alvin, look, read it. I was really excited, because I was a very excitable 19-year-old. And he said, I will, I saw it, but that's the sort of thing I really want to read on the loo, is what he said to me, which always stayed with me, so that was fun. The Quizmaster Experience walked, so Brainiac size abuse could happen. Indeed it did. Welcome to the stream, Lewis. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Yes, 1664 is the answer. Sorry, I'm prattling on and going down memory lane. It's a good answer from Connors. You're up to 4 spotlight points as we move to our next question. Oh, it's an XKCD. Of course it's XKCD. Love a bit of XKCD. Let's take a look at our next one. You Can Call Them Al by Naughty Goth. What is the full first name of Al Pacino? Is it Alberto, Alfredo, or Alfonso? 10 seconds. Enough time. The correct answer. Alfredo, like the ice cream or the coffee? Is it an ice cream, Alfredo? Possibly. Born in 1940, Alfredo James Pacino is the son of Rose and Salvatore Pacino, who hailed from the Sicilian town of San Fratello. The earliest known record of a Pacino ancestor in San Fratello dates back to 1782. As an early bit of extra trivia for you there. Fettuccine Alfredo is what you're thinking. Oh, am I? Oh, possibly. Yeah, that sounds. Is that a cheese thing? Fettuccine. That sounds like a cheese. Puffy and ice cream. Honest, that's not my pasta. My girlfriend made me a what's it called? Affogato is what I'm thinking of. A coffee with ice cream at the top. Very much enjoyed the ice cream part. Coffee less so, but that's because I'm used to drinking lager. Lattes. God, I've got lager on the brain now. Yeah, so that was fun. Anyway, Alfredo was the right answer, and it's a good answer from Connors. You got 5 right in the spotlight. I think there are 3 questions to go. Let's move on to the next. It's Say His Name and He Appears by JR in the viral song I Believe in Joe Hendry. It's a very loud car outside. Which of these places is specifically named as a place that they love him? Is it Tokyo, Tobago, or Toronto? 10 seconds. How many coffees affect my gaming ability? I didn't start drinking coffee till I was about 22. Maybe a bit younger. I think I was doing my master's degree, by which time I'd outgrown doing silly newspaper experiments. So yeah, I was late arriving to drinking coffee, and these days I don't tend to drink more than a maximum of 2 cups in the day, and only then at the weekend. In the week I limit myself to 1 first thing in the morning, and then a couple of cups of tea, which I think is well documented. The correct answer is Tokyo. Joe Hendry is a Scottish wrestler and current, at the time of writing, TNA World Champion, whose self-written theme song peaked at number 4 on the UK singles charts. The lyrics say his name and he appears, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry because they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo. America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico, they say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry because they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo. America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico, they say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. I don't know if it goes like that, but that seems to fit. How many coffees affect your gaming ability? Oh, it's a raid suggestion. Right, I've got to go through and check some of these raid messages in a minute, so I can mark them. There's another right answer from Connors, again, under 5 seconds, so pretty quick as well. I think there's a couple of questions left, so let's move on to the next one. You're up to 6 spotlight points at the moment. Let's take a look at the next. It's the finish line by BC. Which of these foreign phrases translates into English as the finish line? De middelst dierhoek. El circulo inicial. La ligne d'arrivée. 10 seconds. I'll give myself an 8 out of 10 on those pronunciations. The correct answer. La ligne d'arrivée, which is a French translation of the finish line. El círculo inicial is the Spanish for the starting circle, and de middelst driehoek is Dutch for the middle triangle. That's another good answer from Connors. Most players getting that one right in the game, and I think there's just one more question. Connors, you're up to 7 spotlight points. Let's see what you can do with this one. Noel Edmonds by Sotley, which is the last category. In 2015, what did Edmonds claim was the greatest problem facing humanity? Was it electro smog, cyber AIDS, or Noel Edmonds? 10 seconds. The electro swing. I like your idea, Connors, that maybe Noel Edmonds said Noel Edmonds is the greatest problem facing humanity, but alas, it was electro smog, which is Wi-Fi. Apparently it messed with the Earth's natural electrical fields. So yeah, there we go. Not cyber AIDS, not Noel Edmonds neither. But after 10 questions in the Spotlight final, it's a first appearance in the Spotlight Arena, I think, and lovely to have you here in a live game, Connors. You've done yourself proud, because at the end of the game, you finish on 7 points. Great game indeed. And has that written to the drive immediately? No, it hasn't, but I can tell you that 7 points puts you joint 4th on the leaderboard, tied up with Nando and Samster. Those are both formidable names in this community, so you should be very pleased with yourself there. Very well done indeed. Connors, thank you for playing, and thank you very much to all of the writers who contributed to this game of Spotlight, and apologies for the slight oversight that I had at the beginning. I'm going to write one more thing down as a suggestion to myself. Filter raid messages by thumbs up. Be a useful thing to have. So let's take a look at the final leaderboard and who our actual gold, silver, and bronze medalists are. Because of course I'm going to retroactively remove the ones where everyone got a medal. And we have just got the 3, which is nice because it'll be easy to remember. Pyro taking the goal with 35. Great score there, Pyro. 35 out of 40 is a tremendous effort indeed. Zeus finishing on 33 and Cola finishing on 31. Gold, silver, and bronze medals to you. And the rest of those points will be converted into pennies for you. Connor's just missing out on an official medal, though doing jolly well, getting 30 out of 40, as did Spontaneous. Finishing off the top row there. Lovely stuff. Thank you very much, everyone, for playing. Well, I'm afraid that is all we have got time for this evening, except for me to pick a raid message and a raid target, which I'll do in just a minute. Thank you once again to all of the writers for this game here. I'm going to roll the credits and then I'll wrap up on the main cam in just a moment. But great to have you all here. Thank you for playing Spotlight. I will see you on the other side of the credits. I love how much faster I can award pennies if you're cashing in micro pennies. One final bonus for y'all to wrap this thing up. One final bonus to claim 145 pennies just to wrap up the night. If you're staying till after the credits, you get one final bonus. Isn't that nice? Who are we going to raid? Oh, Solomon Dudley, thank you very much for that follow. Hope you've enjoyed your first stream tonight. Been great having you here. And do stick around, join us in the future. Lovely to have you. Thank you very much everyone for playing. To all the writers once again. Some really good stuff tonight. To Sam for The Abyss. And to who wrote Battlefront? I can't even remember. I've got it written right there. Stimpson's Angle, of course it was. Stimpson's Angle and Samster and everyone as well who contributed to The Abyss. Thank you very much for your efforts. And that's going to update the leaderboard. Clive currently at the top, 27,754. AB Mees in second with 21,787. Shapes currently in third with 19,076. That is this season. Vertigo, welcome to the stream as well. I need to kill the current game, don't I? Let's do that because I think everything is done. Confirm. Hooray. Oh, this operator, when it's finished, this is going to be brilliant. And when it's finished and I get used to it, I'm going to be very, very happy with it. Yes, exclamation mark pennies if you... in fact, Clive, can you just type exclamation mark pennies? I want to test something that I was only able to test by giving myself 5 million pennies earlier in the week. I don't know if you're muted, Clive, but if you're not... Can you type exclamation mark pennies, please? Just because I need to test something. Idea on it from Bash. Ben Lathbury commits embezzlement. Love it. Bet you Ben wins the penalty. Yeah, the thing is I can do that now. If I go... if I get rid of ignore all interactions from me, right, and I go to award pennies, royal underscore flush, and I go 500,000 award custom. I've now got 500,200 pennies this season. So how if I go exclamation mark pennies? Oh, you are currently ranked trophy. Does it actually do... Oh, for God's sake, that's so bad. Why is it not doing the trophy? You are currently ranked trophy. Very annoying. Okay. Well, let's award myself... Awarded negative 500,000 pennies. Yes, you are currently ranked trophy. That's a good raid message. You are currently ranked trophy. I was hoping someone suggests that at the end of the stream. I'll add it to the suggestions. Just I'll put hashtag you are currently ranked trophy. Yeah, I'll fix it. A few little things coming in, but yeah, I'm generally quite happy with this. Who do we want to raid? What are you guys in the mood for? We've got Eric is doing Dark Souls. Eric's a friend of mine, Croatian streamer. He's doing some Dark Souls remastered at the moment. He's a good guy, actually, Eric, so he's a potential target. Ace Kickman is doing software and game development stuff, coding a 3D modeling app in Unity. Always like Ace Kickmo streams. Ace Kickmo's done, they made the Shapes app, not our friend Shapes, but Shapes, which is a plugin for Unity that I use in quite a lot of stuff. And that's about the level of it. So it depends if you fancy software or some Dark Souls. How long have both of them been up for? Is anyone showing imminent signs of stopping? Eric's only been up an hour. Ace Kickmo's been up for 3 hours 40. I think we are going to raid Eric because I haven't seen him for a while. And it's my sub-anniversary apparently. So let's go support Eric and... let's go through what I've marked. Huge Shack can't ride. The Abyss has heavy balls. That's me yelling. Spontaneous spontaneity runs out of battery. Going through Worcestershire, I kind of like that just as one. The Quizmaster experiments walk, so Brainiac, I think that says science abuse could run, but then it truncates. Lager on the brain now. How many coffees affect your gaming ability? How did Andy from Ben's work do? You all deserve a medal. Say his name and he appears, I believe, and no, that truncates, so that automatically gets marked down. 1 million pennies. Yeah, you are currently ranked trophy. Ranked number trophy. You are current ranked trophy. If you ain't trophy, you're last. I just like you are currently ranked trophy. I think it's got to be that one. But I'm going to give some consolation pennies to that's me yelling. Matt the Sprat, you get some consolation pennies there. The Abyss has heavy balls, so quite like that as well for Arden Fets. But our raid message is going to be, you are currently ranked trophy. We're going to go over and see Eric and say you are currently ranked trophy. Don't forget, Ash the Bash is here next Wednesday and Friday with quiz stuff. What did I say? Million Dude Drop and 1,000 Heartbeats on Wednesday. Duel on Friday. Quick reminder, I am not here next Saturday because I'm off at my brother's baby shower. But I will be here on Thursday as normal, the 8th of May, 8 PM BST with Red Herrings, Hacker and Data Leak. I do hope you'll come and join me for that. Let's set up a raid for Eric and we're going to go and say you are currently ranked trophy. Which I'm sure he'll appreciate. Thanks very much for joining me again, everybody. Thanks to all the writers for tonight. I hope you've had good fun at game night. Enjoy the rest of your bank holiday weekend, and until Thursday, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. I've been Roy Flush. You've been watching Game Night. Take care. Peace out and good night.
How do I even get there?